Hello, Leo. Today I'm going to be doing your reading for the first half of January 2017, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This will be a general reading, so it'll probably cover a lot of areas in life, not just love or work, but sometimes it could just condense down to just one of those. Um, so yeah, a couple of the messages I was getting was that as I was shuffling the cards. For a lot of you, there's probably like a heavy choice to make. Like I feel like some of you are at a crossroads. That there is a decision that you guys have to make, and it probably regards work or it regards. It's an emotional decision. Like it's something that you're probably very emotionally invested in, or you feel like you're leading with your emotions, or you're clouded. You're not sure how to feel, what to think, because I feel like you have several options, and it's hard for you right now to make a clear decision. But I feel like for some of you, you're going. I feel like you're going. You're going. Sorry, I feel like you're going to make a decision anyway, one that is more in line with your soul, your heart desire, something that really fulfills you emotionally, and it fulfills your ego. Um, so yeah, and I also feel like whatever this decision is going to be able uh, to take you away from a situation that was probably pretty, undesirable. Um, a decision that's going to lead you to growth. So I already shuffled the cards. I let them fly out naturally. Anything else? No. So the beginning of January, and Happy New Year, by the way. Excuse me. The beginning of January is Capricorn season. Capricorn doesn't really touch Leo at all. Astrologically speaking, these signs don't see each other. But unless you have like a lot of water or earth in your chart, probably there's probably a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes, in terms of what you have to focus on and what you have to get sort of situated and all tied up and what's the word? All tied up and squared away. Because Capricorn season, that's pretty much what it's about. Is we're getting, I said this in another video, but years are arbitrary, in terms of the beginning of 2017, January. I mean, like it really doesn't matter because Capricorn season is happening at the end of December and in the most of January. So it's just us really just focusing, getting our stuff together for the most part. So I think instead of repeating myself, I guess I'll stop there. But yeah, I don't see the true beginning of the year starting until Aries season. This is Aries is the first sign, and it represents spring. So if we're talking astrologically, at least for Leo, with the sun being in Capricorn, and with the Mercury retrograde being in Capricorn as well, that's really going to affect your sixth house, how you do your thing, how you do your day-to-day planning, how you handle out your duties at work, how you focus on your health. Some of you might take a new interest in getting your health together. And getting your work schedule or how you do things together, since the sixth house is ruled by Virgo, and that's where you guys have Capricorn. If you have a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Cards are very eager to talk, which I like. More cards, the better. Take those two. Yeah, I either let the cards fly out, or if I feel like they're trying to get my attention, I'll pull them out. Every reader has their own way of doing things. Take all of these. Okay, so at the bottom of your reading, we have Temperance. It's very sunny outside right now, and it's snow all over the ground, so it's like reflecting weird. But the Temperance is a major arcana card, and what that card is asking, what is essentially what the universe is asking you guys is to be patient. So I feel like a lot of you, my ashy, ugh. So I feel like coming into January, coming into the new year, you guys, you guys are going into it with a level head. Something is requiring you to just be patient, to exercise just some sort of level-headedness, to be able to just be balanced and see. It is really balancing your emotions. It's represented by Sagittarius. So if some of you don't have Sagittarius in your chart, it's just asking us to sort of have the patience and the diligence to just, I guess, deal with whatever life is throwing at us right now. But I feel like you guys are carrying this into the new year. So at the center, we have the Queen of Wands. This is you. Gender doesn't matter with regards to a general reading. But the Queen of Wands is represented by a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you're going into the new year amped, pumped up, just ready to start something new. And if this isn't you, you're gonna. You probably, if you're in a relationship with somebody, they're really just getting you pumped and just ready and eager and willing to just really fly into this new year with all of your creative ideas, just ready to just execute them, ready to bring whatever you creatively desire into the world, whether it's, you want love, you want to start a new project, you want a new job, you want to move. All of this energy, I feel like you feel it on the inside, and I feel like you're going into it with a balanced head. Wow, and so surrounding you, your challenge or the energy surrounding you, whatever. Queen of Pentacles. Excuse me. So wow. If you're not married to somebody, if you don't have like a close family member that you live with, or if you don't have somebody that's really around you, that is an earth sign or has an earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I feel like, again, this is you guys, or just the situation around you is really allowing you to put practical plans, all of your creative ideas into something practical, really being able to execute it in a way that is just fulfilling you emotionally, creatively, but also materially. This is something that I feel like you guys are really working for. I easily see this as like some of you want to like become an entrepreneur or, get yourself out there. And I feel like you have all of the materials at your disposal to do so, or at least you have a lot of help around you, or you're in an environment that's really allowing you to be able to execute this. And with Temperance there, I don't see anything wrong with that. So at the foundation, we have the Six of Cups reversed. Try not to put my arms on the table because it shakes the computer. For some of you, you might... this is a really emotional decision. This might be a dream that you've held on to for a long time. A dream that you won't let go of. if this is a creative endeavor. But I feel like if you're married to somebody, this is an emotional. You guys, it's a soulmate relationship. Let me see what's in the past. Okay, so Six of Swords. This card flipped up when I was shuffling the deck. Two sixes. So you guys are moving away from a situation. I feel like you're coming into the new year, into 2017, ready to start anew. And I feel like you've had plans that you have probably held off on, that you've delayed because of something that has happened. An upset, like an emotional upset, something really sort of like rocked your world, but I feel like you came out of it a lot wiser. It doesn't mean that you're emotionally over it. I feel like a lot of you guys, you still feel this hurt. And I feel like if it was in a relationship, or it could have been a long time friendship, a family situation, something that really just sort of like somebody like probably could have screwed you over, or you probably saw a side of somebody that you were just like, wow, they didn't have your best interests at heart. Or, you know, they sort of made you feel like shit. Or that, you know, what you know, all of, you know, the rose-colored glasses finally shattered or something. Like, that made you just wake up and just be like, okay, wow, I need to, you're ready to move on, and you're ready to start something new. But that doesn't mean that the hurt is over, that the hurt is gone. But I really feel like you guys are working with that, especially with Temperance here. You guys are really working with that energy, that fiery anger, that frustration, that emotional hurt. And you're putting all of that into something practical. For some reason, I see like an entertainer. I see some of you probably really wanting to like, if you make music, really put that music out there. If you write, if you act, I see that sort of happening. You're using the wisdom you gained from that experience. You're using the knowledge you got from it, the maturity that came from it, to put that into something that is valuable, that's worth something, that's not just in your head. And again, if this isn't you, the environment around you, some people around you, a significant other, a family member, they're really helping you navigate these tough waters and to really channel that pain into something that's positive. Wow. And so crowning you, we have the Ace of Wands. You guys are starting something new. Like, you guys are really just, you have all this passion. You're just, I'm so sorry. You guys are just really eager and ready to just start something. A creative endeavor, wands being fire. This is your element, Leo. This is you guys just being like, fuck this. Fuck whatever that bullshit was, that nonsense was, this hurt I feel. I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to use that to make something else, something new. So again, I see you guys, you know, very creative people. So you're probably making music, writing, acting, becoming a spokesperson, just putting yourself out there to where you are leading with your maturity in terms of how you've mentally dealt with this situation, but also how you've dealt with it emotionally, fusing that with Temperance, your fiery emotional side, but also your more intuitive, passionate side, if that makes sense. I guess I could sort of mix it up. Your intuitive emotional side and your fiery passionate side there. Either way, you're fusing the two together and you're making something of it. You're making something that matters. Yes. Future conditions, 8 of Wands. Wow, so much fire here. Yeah, so you guys are just like ready, raring to go. You're putting yourself out there. You're talking to people. You're meeting people. You're texting. You're doing emails. You're friggin' social networking. I don't know. You're just talking to a lot of people. You're getting yourself out there. You're not waiting. You're not stopping for anybody. Gorgeous progression from the Ace to the 8. So you're just like really just running with this idea. You're running with it and you're taking it, and you know, you're not letting go of it. Whether you're married or whether you're with somebody, I feel like if you are with somebody, you guys are just, you probably had a problem in your relationship, and you probably had a lot of crap to deal with. Something emotional happened, but I feel like it probably wasn't even involved. It wasn't dealing with you guys. It's probably like a family situation or a situation with friends. but I feel like you two are stronger because of it, and you're using that to move on into the next phase of your relationship. I really see that for like long-term partners. If you are single, you might be actually meeting somebody that's going to help you come out of whatever trouble you were just in. You probably just met somebody that's just like a soulmate connection, like somebody that you can really bond with. Somebody that really is able to ground you, that was able to ground you emotionally in terms of a sort of like a disappointment with regards to somebody that you've known for a long time. Or, you know, if this was like a partner, like you guys have left somebody recently that you've known for a long time, or it was a family member, a close family member or a friend, I feel like you guys are really, if you're not working with somebody else, you're using that, the knowledge of that, to just like really move away from that situation and to really start something new. Maybe you felt like you were trapped in this situation. Maybe you felt like that you were obliged to deal with this situation. But then I feel like something just snapped in your head and you're just like, you know what? I can't do this. I have to move on with my life. And I feel like whatever you want to start, you're starting it. You're starting the year off like brand new, fresh. So you in this current situation, your energy, we have the Four of Cups reversed, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Cups. Again, sorry for the glare, stupid snow. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are, in spite of whatever disappointments you faced, despite whatever shortcomings have happened, I still feel like you guys are very eager to love. So for those of you that are single, you are ready to like just put yourself back out there. You've really come out of a situation so much wiser and just so much stronger. And you know, I feel like not everything is sunshine, rainbow, and lollipops or whatever. But I feel like you know that. You're carrying that with you. You're carrying that knowledge with you, and you're still extending an offer of love. Or you're still wanting to really pursue this creative endeavor. This is something that's really coming from your heart. You've come out of a situation where you feel like you were just waiting, or just that things weren't really falling into place. And you're probably very anxious and nervous about that, or just like pissed about that. But I feel like there's a part of you that's just like, I can't live like that anymore. I can't live with that emotional discontent because that's going to slow me down. There's a part of it that's still there, but you're using that as a catalyst to sort of get you to a better place. You know what you don't want. You know what disappointment feels like. And you want to make that better for yourself. So the environment around you, we have the World in reverse and the Seven of Wands reversed. I really feel like there might be like opposition. There might be some sort of resistance. You might have to really put in a lot of work. But I don't see that as being a problem since you guys there's the Queen of Pentacles surrounding you. So, but I still feel like a lot of you can't be too naive about this situation. You can't be too pie in the sky about this dream. This is really, I feel like it's really asking you that if you really want this idea to happen, and you do, I really do feel like you guys, this is the first and foremost thing on your mind, getting whatever this is off the ground and really putting it into action, but putting it into something that's also like visible and material. It's not just ephemeral. It's something that you guys really want to put into the world. Leave your mark. Excuse me. And I feel like there will be a lot of struggle. But it's a worthy struggle, especially with the World in reverse. The World in reverse, that is a karmic card. That is telling you that there's more lessons for you to go through. There are more obstacles to overcome in order for you to truly reach the next level. because you're headed in the right direction. You really are. You guys are really going into 2017 leading with your heart, leading with your passion. And I don't see you guys really I don't think there's a lot that's hanging you up. Maybe there's some like former disappointments, but I feel like you're learning. Excuse me. I feel like you guys are learning from that, and you're just like, okay, I know what it takes. And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it's really asking you, well, do you have what it takes? Because upright, this is just like, first thing that comes to mind is just like bad bitch. Sorry, the word bitch is offensive. But it's just like you rule, like you are on top of everything. You can control everything. But reverse is just like, you're getting tired from this situation. You're just like, okay, how much more can I take? How much more do I have to go? But for some of you, this might be just like having to let go of some things. Letting go of some futile battles, some petty things that is inhibiting you, preventing you from being able to actually reach the next stage of your life. So if you're carrying some of this disappointment, if you're carrying some of this past hurt, this past emotional pain, and if you're not able to really bring that fully into balance, I don't think you'll be able to deal with trying to execute your ideas in the best way. Because it won't be in a way that's conducive to your growth. But for others of you, if this is a relationship, you guys are trying to reach the next level in terms of, okay, how do we overcome this sort of difficulty, and how do we grow together because in result of that. If that's not the case, I see some of you as like really taking your creative ideas, your creative actions, your creative you're just leading with that, and you're ready to just take it out into the world. But, of course, the road isn't always easy. So I feel like with this card here is really just testing your mettle. It's just like, okay, are you ready to put this out into the world? Do you have what it takes? Is there some things you're going to be able to let go of in order to really bring your creative ideas into the world? So yeah, persistence. Hopes and Fears, Five of Wands, which isn't a bad card at all. So Five of Wands, that's like internal conflict, external conflict. It's like competitiveness, but in terms of like in helping to build up your skills. Again, fire energy. So I see Leo all over this chart. I see you guys in this, and you're very competitive. So you're not going to be afraid. You're going to go into whatever it is. You're going to go into it fully and completely. And you're not afraid of whatever conflict is going to come up. So even if it is this, there might be this sort of resistance to whatever you're doing, you're still using your just internal drive, your internal passion to really get through it, because at the end of the day, it's only for your betterment, or at least that's the perception, that's the way you have to think about it. And that whatever obstacles you do come across is only going to make you better in the process. It's something that's going to make whatever you're trying to create, however you want this relationship to go, whatever you want to just bring into the world, it's only going to make it better. I can also see this as like, you might be afraid of criticism. You might be afraid of just like, just looking, your pride being hurt because of this. You might feel like, you don't want to lose in front of everybody, but, just know that in loss, there is a victory in some sort of way. You gain a new perspective. You gain a new outlook on how to do things. And that in itself is only just part of the process of really being able to reach your fullest potential. So yeah, very good card, very good energy. So for possible outcomes, we have the Justice card, Nine of Cups reverse, and the Ten of Wands reverse. That card has come up a lot. Excuse me. Wherever you wind up by the middle of January, wherever you wind up at the end of this journey, you will feel vindicated. But again, I get some sort of dissatisfaction. All of your cups here are reversed, except for the Knight of Cups. So I still feel like a lot of you, you're leading you're leading in a very Leo way. You're leading with your heart, with joy, with just like excitement to meet new people or to start something new and just like really put yourself out there. But for some of you guys, it's not going to be the sort of, it's not going to be exactly what you want. It's not going to be 100% the kind of love or devotion that you want because, again, it is an ongoing process. But I do feel like by the end of this, you'll get to a point to where you are at least more comfortable exiting, the situation than you were entering it. And I even feel like you entered it pretty well. Because I really feel like really by the end of this, you will have really let go of a lot of things that were weighing you down, some burdens, whether it was just like extraneous obligations, still dealing with people that probably just like pissed you off in the past, people that hurt you emotionally. You were probably still communicating with people that didn't have your best interests at heart, or getting yourself into pointless situations or pointless arguments. I really feel like if you really want, I feel like the just thing for you to do, the right thing for you to do would be to let go of that and to be grateful emotionally, to realize that, we don't always get 100% what we want. We're not, we're always striving, of course, as humans for more, for better. But sometimes it's best to just realize when to be satisfied, when to realize that, okay, we've reached this level. Now we have to plan in order to reach the next level. And I really feel like you guys have a lot of energy and a lot of excitement moving into the next stage. And there's a lot of promise around this. But I feel like for some of you, you probably want too much. You're probably going into it really greedily. You're probably just like, for some of you, you might just be like, okay, I want to rule the world. Or I want total control, total domination over everybody and everything, and sorry to break your hearts, but that's not going to happen. But I feel like for those of you that are at least realistic, and I really feel like with this Queen of Pentacles here, you might be reasonably realistic in what you can and can't do in terms of really achieving some of these goals. But just don't get hung up on disappointments. Don't get hung up in the illusion of things. Don't get hung up in feeling that you can, it's always good to have that ambition to go into something knowing that, you're going to just grab it by the balls. You're going to grab it, you're going to take it, and you're going to do as much as you can with it and just work with it. And really use your energy and use the energy of those around you to really help you get better. And because I feel like that's a really good lesson to learn. To know that if you do come across some setbacks, that's not the end of it. To not give up. To really persist and to keep going. Go, lead with this idea. Lead with your passion. Lead with your heart. Lead with your soul. Because I really feel like the universe is imploring you, begging you to do so. So I'm going to pull one more card or a couple more cards. I am so sorry for the glare, you guys. Okay, these cards just really wanted to come out, so I'll pull them all. This glare is insane. That's what I get for filming over a glass table. Anyway, so we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups again, the Magician reverse, and the Eight of Swords. So a lot of you really want to start something new, of course. You're leading. It's a brand new endeavor for you guys to just really sink your teeth into, to really sink yourself into. But do it out of the purity of your own heart. Don't Leos, you guys are great charmers. People love Leos. I love Leos. Don't use that to sort of other people's disadvantage. Like, don't really con your way into something just because you can. I feel like if you guys use your gift, which is leading with your heart, leading with your creativity, and use that in a positive way, in a way that's, of course, beneficial to your ego, but also beneficial to just the greater good for everybody around you, because I really feel like you guys have a gift to share, and you know that. But you can't do it at the cost of other people's expense. You have to do it just because you actually want to do it, and that it's something that's pure with good intentions. And don't get too hung up on the what ifs, or the what if this isn't going right, or what if, this is happening. Don't feel like you're trapped in anything. Because with all these wands, most of them upright, I see you guys as really just going full bore, full into something. But I feel like karmically, it would be good if you guys do it not out of maliciousness, not out of spite, not out of something that, you might try to pull one over on people. Do it because it's pure. Do it because you just simply love it, and that you have a lot of love to give, and that people are going to be able to take that love, from you, and that's going to make them better. So yeah, thank you so much, Leo. Great reading. Super amazing. So yeah, go into 2017 just rocking the hell out of it. I know you guys will. Thank you so much. Bye.